Hey folks, welcome back to another video. Taking a look today at the munkidori Frosslass. This is a deck that has been kind of middling around for a while now, never really catching on in popularity, but having successful runs here and there. Blitzel just won his own tournament again with it, and there are a couple players that did actually pretty well with it in Lille. So I wanted to take a look at one of their decks coming out of that regional. The regional literally just finished. So none of the deck lists have been posted. I just caught this in a passing glance on Twitter. So I don't have the player's name as of right now, but I will likely have it while I'm editing this video. So I'm going to put it on screen right here. Congrats to this player. They did the thing. So taking a look at their list, because I thought it was a bit interesting, a bit different from Blitzel's. Namely, they have no TM Evo. Instead, they've got 3 Badoo. So you're just looking, Itchy Pollen's your game plan right off the bat. You're not deciding, should I Itchy, should I Evo? It's just, let's get Itchy. So they got the 3-4 Frosslass line to kind of make up for that. So you have better odds of drawing into your Frosslass through your Lilies and your Ionos. You do have the one of Ultra Ball as your emergency, get me a Frosslass right now through Arvin option. And then you've got the 2 Pokegears to help find your supporters. We got the 4 Monkeys, is very standard. Shaman's great against Gardevoir and decks that can snipe the bench like Wellspring, or we just saw Darmanitan come back in Piper's list, so Shaman's still pretty good here. And then you have the Yveltal to stall things out if needed. I wouldn't rely too heavily on this right now. A lot of people are running a lot of outs to Retreat Lock thanks to the popularity of the Absol Box deck. So don't expect great things from that, but it can stall you out for a turn or two, which honestly can be enough to swing the momentum back in your favor if you need it. Which, speaking of, we also have our A-Spec Neutralization Zone, which that's how you should be looking at this one. This is not like your win condition in most matchups. Sometimes it can be, but more than likely, what this is going to do is it's just going to buy you some time. You can Iono your opponent down to like 3, 2, 3, 4, and then slap down a slap a neutralization zone. Then Iono your opponent down to a smaller hand size, and then just hope that it buys you a few turns while they start scrambling for a stadium. Can be quite effective in just buying you a little bit of time, much like the Retreat Lock of the Yveltal. So it feels pretty good. The one other A-Spec that we've seen a lot in this deck is the Secret Box, which can add a lot to your consistency and your setup power. So decide on your own which one of those you prefer. I think they both feel pretty strong, and they both definitely have their place in this list. So you're not going too bad either way. And then this player also said that they ran the Crushing Hammers to help with the Ceruledge matchup. If Ceruledge is burning through all of its energy, and then you start crushing hammering their fire energy away, they only have so many night stretchers, so many ways to get fire energy back. So again, it might just stall them out for that crucial turn or two that you need to turn the tide back into your favor. Actually, it gives you quite a lot of options into Ceruledge because you got Neutralization Zone, deny their energy, lock their Lunatone with Clutch, all sorts of things that you can do to kind of stall out that matchup a little bit. And then the other card that most people don't quite understand is Ting Lu. And basically the ability states, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's Pokemon in play that have any damage counters on them have no abilities except for Pokemon EX. So you might think that kind of stinks because every Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, so everything's just basically keeping their abilities. This is for munkidori. That's more than likely it. It's for your Gardevoir and your Grimmsnarl matchup, so that you can shut off their Munkidoris and then go for a board wipe devolution play onto their Gardevoirs, onto their Grimmsnarls. So that's why this is in the deck. So most games, you're not going to need it, but the games that you do, feels really, really good. The other inclusion that you might consider with this list would be a redeemable ticket, because you do really need that Ting Lu into your Gardevoir and Grimmsnarl matchups. So it feels pretty bad to prize it. And then with this list, you're not really taking prizes until the very end of the game. So anything that's in your prizes at the start is likely going to stay in your prizes until right near the end. So that's why I think a redeemable ticket might not be a terrible idea. You could look at maybe cutting, I don't know, it's a pretty tight list, a Badoo, a Frosslass, Crushing Hammer. Any of those would feel kind of bad to cut, but Feeling worse would be prizing the one of that you need. Prizing the Shaman into the Gardevoir feels really bad too. So that's it. That's the list. That's Frosslass Munkidori. When it hits, it hits. You feel like you're on top of the world. You're in control of it literally every situation. There are times when it bricks, but sometimes that's okay. You can still kind of muddle your way through and then regain control of the game right at the end. Get your opponent into a bad spot when they're down to just 1 or 2 prize cards. And sometimes it just flat out falls on its face and there's not much you can do except go next. But it's a fun deck. You really have to think quite differently to be able to play it, which I like going into games like that. So give it a rip. Let me know what you think. But that's enough yapping. My name is Jared. I'll be your gameplay nurse today. Okay, we got some kind of grass deck going on. I don't know. It could just be the Hydrapple Meganium. It's kind of looking like. I really want... They didn't do much with their turn, but they probably have a supporter. I think we'll be fine here. We're going to be item locking them anyways, so giving them the Iono and Artisan's not the terriblest thing in the world. Prefer not to, of course, but I also don't want to brick myself in the process. And okay, not too bad. We can Stadium War, hopefully with our own Artisans. Or, okay, now, well, I guess we are behind on the Stadium War, just a skosh here now. I don't know if this deck plays Badoo, so we'll just play this now. Arven's good for next turn. Yeah, get us into an energy at least. But we'll be able to bump one of their... They probably play 3 at least of the Forest of Giant Plants. So we can bump one of them and then... we'll save the neutralization zone for a late game Iono. Bruh. Okay, I don't think they're taking a knockout here though. So... what is this? Okay, we can Arven for the air balloon, so that's good. Just wasted a boss of theirs for no reason. Evolve here. And buddy, let's... Oh, I was gonna... Dude, I priced 2 Badoo? What the honk? Oh, man. Okay, well, we can get one more snow run to at least. And let's Artisan. Get a Munki. And then we can Arven for some energy. That'll be good. Hopefully. Let's see if our Earthen Vessel's in here. Okay, good. And we got a balloon. Good. Arven. I don't think we need the Tinglu in this matchup. Although, shutting off the Meganium ability, I don't think that's worth it. But we could shut off the Meganium ability, and that might be funny. But we're definitely going to need... All of these other cards are much higher value than that. So we'll just get rid of the Tinglu. And let's just get this going, and this going, and now we're in a pretty good spot. Pretty happy with this, to be honest. Keep him item locked, start building up monkey damage. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Not the coded attack for 20. What is the effect on there? All damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon. Oh no, my 10 Badoo damage. You monster. Okay, we got here. Not gonna be a super productive turn. Let's just grab another monkey. We're gonna want it. Yeah, we're not gonna need Shaman or nothing. Let's see, this one's got the most HP, so we'll just start spreading. And then I'm not doing any damage, but the effect of Itchy Pollen still goes through, and that's the only part that's the part we really care about. That's the one we need. Okay, our hand is entirely dead though, so hopefully we draw something good next turn. I would even take just an energy, to be honest with you. I don't really care too much about dead drawing. Okay. They got the mask. Do they have a grass energy to go with it? Get a little extra draw on board. Mayhaps. Mayhaps not. They do not. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to start saving our Badoo here a little bit. Do we just knock out the Diplin at this point? I don't super want to give them... Okay. Yeah, I think we do. I think we'll just knock the Diplin. Not going to Iono them. I'm fine just having a dead hand for a little bit, to be honest. Just take 20. Probably should have taken it from the one. I don't know though. Let's see. They haven't. No, they. Let's just keep them with their dead hand. We're gonna have tons of damage built up on Teal Mask here too. They get into like Fez or something this turn, then we can Iono them. We don't get it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we can Iono next turn to hopefully get into another energy. Let's see, do we have enough to knock that? Do we even want to yet? 20, we can move 60, so we could. I don't know if I super want to, though. Oh, thank you. Oh, do we not Iono now? All I wanted was that energy. I think I'm big chillin'. Adrenabrain, Adrenabrain, Adrenabrain. I think I'll hold off on giving them Fez draw this turn. We'll just wait. If they get into the Meganium and things are looking like... Well, honestly, I won't even need to Devo the Meganium. That'll take so much damage from Frosslass that it'll just go down. I don't think it has a lot of health. Wasn't it 130? Let's double check. It's good information to have. 160. Okay, we found out the answer. Okay, now I think we just take the Meganium out. Oh, can we set it up to... Yeah, we can set it up to get knocked out between turns, too. I might need to grab a Bravery Charm here. These guys are starting to take some damage. Got this. Perfect. We'll just move 20. Then we'll Itchy Pollen. Okay, Meganium goes down. They don't get Fez draw. All good things. I think this one's just about wrapped up. We still have the Newt Zone in our back pocket if we need it. But playing this deck, you have to be very measured. Like, I could have Iono'd earlier, I could have taken knockouts earlier, but instead I wanted to keep them on the back foot as much as possible and not give them away into the game. Okay, this Pokegear here is going to be pretty important, but let's Nest Ball first. I don't even think I go for Badoo here. I don't know. Did I prize Yveltal? Oh man, that's not good. That was like my win condition here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, Newt Zone is here at least. Let's go for... I don't know, this all feels kind of bad. It did not set up... I don't need the Shaman. Yeah, I guess we go for Badoo. Then that's Earthen Vessel. We're not going to need Devos in this matchup. Grab 2 energy. And then Pray. Okay. Lily's in research. How much do we care about holding onto this hand? Not too much, actually. But Lily sees us one more card. Just attach here. It's fine. Just gonna not have this go back in my deck. Oh, I should have put it here. I might want a Bravery Charm. That's okay. We didn't get one anyways. Monkey. If I can get Pokemon in play that have active damage counters on them that have no abilities. Would this stop? Like if I can spread damage to Hoot Hoots, would this stop Noctowl? I think so, right? Reading like it would. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's Pokemon in play that have any damage counters on them have no abilities. So if the Hoot Hoot has damage on it, as soon as they evolve into Noctowl, the Noctowl has damage on it, so that it should not have an ability, right? That's how I'm rating it anyway. They have double Noctowl in hand. I was really hoping for an Iono off that Pokegear. They can pretty much do whatever they want, as long as it doesn't involve items. But if they blow both Noctowls here, that's honestly probably better for me. But really all they need is an energy. So maybe just a Crispito? I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense. I knock. Let's see, I evolve into Frosslass, push a munkidori, Iono, Crushing Hammer, then Iono. And I don't think we're going for the Tinglu play, by the way. I don't think it matters that much. Would have been so sad if we got punished for not having, or for having attached the Devo and getting into a Bravery Charm here. It would have been miserable. Hit me with the landing. Okay. Prize for you. Push us up a monkey. Hopefully this Crushing Hammer hits. That'll actually be kind of good. Ooh. They have an Earthen Vessel. Well, they do have access to an energy. I don't know if now is the right time to counter Catcher. I might need to save that for later. I think them... Yeah, because it'll be pretty much the same. I'll save the counter Catcher for later. We definitely don't need it right now. There's nothing to Super Rod back in. We'll just hit the Iono. Got a Badoo, but did not get an energy. That's unfortunate. Let's bench the Badoo so we can promote into it after this guy gets knocked, though. And let's just get another snow run down, I guess. Okay. Hopefully energy next turn. Otherwise our monkeys are going to hurt. I almost can't even double Frosslass. Well, let's see if this monkey gets knocked, maybe. And our Yveltal is prized, which is a real bummer. But at least we got into supporter. At least we're not staring at our opening hand with no supporters. So we'll count our small miracles. But I mean, with 8, 9, 12 supporters and 2 Pokegears, really do be feeling bad when they don't show up. Let's see, what do they go for here? Another Hoot Hoot, right? Kind of has to be. Oh, ride on. Okay. Just does 30 unless they swing, right? Yeah. Another Seda target, though. Okay, so they're not taking a knockout this turn. Unless they prime catcher. Which is possible. Double Sada back to hand, or back to deck, not hand. Still have a Noctowl available. If they can get into one. Are they just going to... Okay, there goes a switch out option. If we can ever get access to our Yveltal, that's good for us. Oh, if they prime catcher here too? Ooh, then we just gotta start taking knockouts so we can get that Yveltal online. We can just win the game with clutch. Latios? Are we benching Latios here? There we go. Okay, that makes sense. They are taking a knockout. Okay. That's not too bad. Down to 4. Left an energy there, good. Promote the do. Glad that we benched that. Okay. Counter catcher. Ooh. Let's see. Let's rip this then. Iono's good. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Am I going to research here? How much? How much do I want to get into another Frosslass here? It would be really bad if I got into double Frosslass and then didn't get an energy off of so maybe we don't worry about that. Iono to 4. Arvin. Okay, let's just Iono. Counter catcher, a Noctowl, and then Iono. We really need an energy here, please. Thank you. Okay, where do we want to put 20 damage? Oh, is this where we Newt Zone? Save ourselves some more turns until we can get... Let's see, have they ditched a stadium yet? No. Got 1, they got 2 more most likely, but we just Iono'd them. So this is probably the best time for it. Oh, that gives them... Oh, now they can get rid of like Fan Rotom and stuff though. I didn't think. Squawkabilly. Okay, that's a bit of a bummer. I wasn't thinking with my brain meats. Let's Adrena Brain 22. Let's see, knockout. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's go Latios. And then Itchy. Bravery Charm would have been great. They can knock Badoo with Co-Ride on here doing 30. Actually, he would do the full... Oh my gosh. I just Iono them back into the Area 0. That's kind of troll. Judge is fine. Wasn't a huge fan of that hand anyway. Not a huge fan of this hand either, though, to be honest. At least we can Arven for another energy. Yeah. And we'll have Night Stretcher or Earthen Vessel, one of the two. Did I use the Earthen Vessel this game? I think I did, actually, didn't I? Yeah. So. I have Arven for Night Stretcher, hopefully. Okay, they didn't do much, though. That's good. That's really good for us. We really need there to be an energy in hand. And 4 Night Stretcher. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see. Do we play the Shaman to get ahead of Baby Bolt? Did they throw away the Baby Bolt? No. Maybe we do just bench. I kind of want a third Munki. I don't know. Do I be greedy? Let's see. Brave Return the Frosslass isn't super great. They're not going to hand disrupt again. They usually only play one, so we can just sit on these tools until we need them. Until we can see a bit more about what they're going to do. Hopefully they judge themselves into a dead hand. That would be nice. Kind of want to take out this Hoot Hoot if they don't get a knocked owl here. Ooh, the Sada's good. They judge themselves into a Sada. Okay, but now they can't take a knockout with Co-Ride so that's good. They can take a knockout with Raging Bolt, though. Which, honestly, at this point is probably fine. And then maybe we'll draw into a Prison Energy even and be able to Mind Bend the Raging Bolt. But then they just push Co-Ride on. That's not a huge dub. There's the other knocked owl, so we're not worried about that knockout immediately. We'll just keep loading up damage on the Teal Mask and the Latios. The problem is that because we bumped their area 0 for them, they now still have the option of loading up their bench and then bumping their own area 0 with Jamming Tower. So that's a huge bummer. We kind of threw a little bit with that neutralization zone. I always forget about that. I've done that in real life play before too, and I felt like as soon as I put it, like as soon as my hand hit the table with the neutralization zone, I realized what I did and I went, oh no, I just griefed my own win condition. And the guy I was playing against was a buddy, so he's like, yep, he sure did, as he's like discarding his Squawkabilly and his Fan Rotom and his Knocked Owl. It's just like, ah, man. What are you gonna do? Sometimes that pink card, you know, the Call of the Pink, it don't look into that too much, but it gets to you. You just see that shiny ace spec and you're like, I have to play it. I have to. Okay, this Knocked Owl stick is still doing good things for us. Ooh, and the Crushing Hammer. Okay. What they got in here? Just ooh. Okay. How many just the one Sada. Okay, let's just rip this first. Dang. I don't know how strong it would have been, but it would have been nice. Okay, this is going to get knocked out. So I could Arven and counter catch up this one. That might be what they've been waiting for. And just buy myself maybe one more turn. Is that my only counter catcher? Yeah, I used that one to get that knocked out. Or do I save this for... Do I try to get, like, Yveltal off the prizes here? I don't have a way to get into an energy, though. Oh, this feels bad. Might just have to start going crazy with Frosslass. Okay, well, we'll prevent the Pheasantipity at least. Shaman and Charm is probably fine. Let's just start going crazy with damage. Okay, Yveltal off the prizes one time. Yveltal Lilies off the prizes. Let's go. Okay. Got one of the things. Now we just need a G-dang. Well, we need an energy and our counter catcher. I think we'll get there someday. Let's see, we're doing 40 each turn. They got a lot of bench to fill if they want to do that jamming tower play, though. The other problem is I don't have like a great Yveltal target. Are they going to take the end? Oh, only 70? Interesting. Okay, now that makes me think they're going for the jamming tower play. But I don't know, man. Might be too slow now. Let's see. Research, okay. Air balloon. Research. What do we get? Ooh, okay. Now we can... Yes, perfect. Take that play away from them. Okay. Go Prism. Just get the dark. Okay. Brain. Let's go here, here, here. There, and then Itchy there. Okay, and then we can Arven for counter catcher. And counter catcher the Latias for only one turn. And punch that. We might not even need to. We might just... I know you need the Yveltal. Yeah, we'll just counter catcher up the Latias. Take the knockout there, and then punch it with a Munki. Yeah, I had a feeling that's what their plan was. Oh, that's fine. They already burnt their hand disruption. So we'll let them knock out the Yveltal. And then we'll finish the game with Mind Bend Baby. Or we even need that. Let's see. That'll take, that just needs 20. That'll take 20. That'll just need 30. Oh, we don't even need Mind Bend. We don't even need nothing. We have game on board. But also Ursa. We have so many options. We have all the options. We didn't even need you, Yveltal. We had Noctowl. Noctowl was our Yveltal. Okay, not too bad. Boom, boom. I'll just take my last 4 prizes, thank you. And that's the Munkidori, that's the Frosslass. Got some pretty good matchups. I'm sad I didn't get to show off the Tinglu. Basically, the Tinglu is for opponents that have Munkidoris. Your Frosslass is damaging their Munkidoris, and then you push Tinglu, and now all of their Munkidoris are shut off. So you can set up plays against like Gardevoir and Grimmsnarl. you can still set up the devolution play because their munkidors are shut off. So you normally just need the Tinglu in the active for like 1 or 2 turns, and if they knock it out, you can have like your Night Stretcher ready so that you can just push it into the active again. Of course, assuming that they aren't going to be able to win the game by knocking it out one more time. And then usually just those 2 turns usually buys you enough time to set up for a pretty devastating Devo board wipe. So that's what the Tinglu is there. It's there to stop enemy Munkidoris. But that's Munkidori Frosslass. Let me know what you think of the deck. Let me know what cards you're running, if you're playing it at all, what your thoughts are, what you do to counter it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. I'd love to chat with you down there. And if you're not subscribed and you like learning more about the Pokemon TCG, go ahead and subscribe and we can learn and grow together. But I'll catch y'all in the next one.